So let's take a look here. What's up, everybody? OG here. So, if you haven't seen yet, we are officially OGFC. We aren't OGFC anymore. We are OGFC. And pretty soon it's going to be OGFC26. Right now it's OGFC25. But let's just pretend we're in the future right now. It's FC26 time. And we are doing our daily checklist. We just got on, whether we got off work or we got off training or we just got on the game for the first time of the day. We're going to go over to our headquarters. Once you join my Discord for only $2.99 a month, you come in here, you'll go into your daily checklist. You'll check all the SBCs. They will obviously be labeled at that time as must-dos, beneficial, would not do, and then, of course, a pure ripoff. Ripoff being up to you, but obviously you don't want to do it because it's a waste of fodder. It's a ripoff, right? Would not do is not worth it, really, and obviously beneficial or must do. Those are the positives. Now, you can decide for yourself. Maybe you see a ripoff card, but for some reason you really want to do it. Go ahead. These are just suggestions. But if you're one of those players that wants to get out on the pitch but doesn't want to miss out on things, wants to make sure you're up to date, making the right decisions off the pitch, you would come here, see the must-dos, get all those done. If you were debating doing something, you see it on the rip-off list, right? Or would not do, well then you have to make that decision. But let's say you don't do it, you do that must-dos, now you're done with that. You move on to objectives. Same thing. You look through here and you see must complete objectives. You see how easy they are. Okay, score 1 goal with an Irish player, score 2 goals with an Icelandic, Eskimo, fish hunter, striker. Perfect. You go do that. Boom! You get a free Holland TOTS level card, right? It was that simple, and you would have never seen that because you're always forgetting to look through the objectives, or you're skimming through too quick and you miss stuff. Or you just look at the player ones and say, I don't have time for that. It's going to be a million squad battles games and this and that. And this will actually sort it out for you. If there's any that are worth doing. Now, if you don't have the time to do them, so be it. But at least here, you have everything listed out. You won't miss anything. You'll scroll through here and see, oh, wait, if I can go get this player. I didn't even notice I could get that player in objectives, right? We've all done that before. All of a sudden, your opponent will have that player. You'll go to flip in finally and see it. You're like, wait a second. That's an objectives player? So you'll have it all laid out, right? Obviously, must completes. You know what that means. Worth completing is it's a good deal. Or a waste of time, which would mean, okay, don't sit through a million squad battles games for just this, right? Then, once you're done with that, you head out on the pitch. Or if you need to change your tactics, things aren't going well, you come down here. If you need some new players maybe, or you're looking to upgrade in certain positions, you go to the scouting players tab, right? And you can see here to make sure you're in the right place. Find the best players at every price range in every position. Simple as that. You have your best polls you can show off here. Obviously helpful tips. Maybe you're struggling in an area and there's something helpful here. And then of course your highlights and lowlights you can post in there as well. And that's just the general area. You can come down here to the Market Master. Any items that you can collect that you maybe will pack and you see on this list that you want to keep because they're worth some coins, right? You don't want to just quick sell them. Or maybe you'll see some other kits or something like that you can go and buy a bunch of because they're about to go up, right? Especially at the beginning of the year, this is extremely useful. Make sure you're checking into this. The cash or crash players, obviously, this is when players are about to crash because the new promos are coming out, or maybe players are rising. Let's say, for instance, you have a special Tamori card and you're debating if you want to keep him or not. Maybe you want to go to a different center back, but you find out through here that there's a Teo Hernandez coming and a special Pulisic or something like that, right? Okay, you definitely don't want to sell off Tamori because he's going to be a great Kim connector for those guys. His price is definitely going to raise, so wait a day or two or whatever it is, right? Or maybe it's even you got some exposable coins. You don't really need to improve your team, or you do want to, but first you want to boost up. Find some players to invest in. There's always those players, whether it's because of certain requirements on requirements and objectives, whatever the case may be, right? These this will be the list where you can find the players and or the items to stock up on so you can make your coins, right? Obviously here you can go through, maybe you're getting ready for division rivals and someone comes in and is like, hey, I'm in Division 1. I didn't hit this until Division 1, right? And this is the meta, right? You know, something added to the meta because it's something that you see a lot of times in these different modes. Maybe it's a certain friendly cup that has restrictions and you don't want to sit there and play with your team to get the right restrictions. Players will list out little cheat codes to get your team set up fast so you can get out on the pitch and play, right? But in the game modes in particular, outside of like the off-the-pitch restrictions and stuff, there's certain little things that can help you, whether it's climbing in rivals, getting a better record in champs, right? Certain things that will pertain to that time period. Maybe you're trying to crunch out some victories. You have like 9 points to get, and I heard they're revamping everything too. Like for instance, no playoffs. I think based on your division, you just qualify for either champs or challengers, which makes sense because they brought the qualification with what started as like 4 out of 5 games you had to win back in 22 and took it down to 1 game this year. Obviously, if you don't realize, the reason for that was because they were trying to get more players playing. The game totally crashed out, and that was one of their ways of saying, look, you can qualify for champs now, come back. But now they've just done away with it altogether, and you always have a weekend mode to play, which makes sense, man, right? So now, and it's not just like a Division 9 player is going to come up again, win 1 out of 5 games in playoffs, and then come up and get smoked for 20 games. Or sorry, now it's 15. Can you believe that too? It went from 40 games to 20 to 40 to 30 to 20 to 15. It's insane. But I get it, and this is the area you can come and get all the little tidbits. Sometimes, like going from Division 3 to Division 2 or Division 2 to Elite Division, whatever, there's these shifts in the meta, these shifts in how players are playing, what they're using to be successful, right? You can get away with certain things in maybe Division whatever you start with down to like 4, and then all of a sudden you hit a wall in Division 3. There's certain information that can help you out, can help you go into it and be prepared and not come in and get hit by a freight train when these teams are so much better and they're using different tactics, because it spreads like wildfire, right? When you have a certain division full of players using effective methods, it's going to spread. So this is the area where you can find out those things and stay tip-top in every way, right? In tip-top condition, never lacking, never, unprepared for what's coming. As you see here, these are the special modes. If you do decide to become a starter by getting the $2.99 Discord pack, as well as the YouTube membership for early content, you then boost up to an OGFC starter, and you don't only get like early content and get priority speaking and everything, have a special area to go, ask anything you want and get priority answers. Even if it's a question like, who do I start? This player, I got a game, and starting in 2 minutes, boom, you get an answer. You get what I mean? So it's also that way with the content, right? No more waiting for this video to drop in a week, or stay tuned for this video dropping in 2 weeks, or no. Every time a video finishes, boom, it goes right into instant content drop, and this is the area just for the starters. And then if you want to take a step further and get coaching, you have your private coaching area plus access to the starters area and everything under the sun within the Discord. Then we have our Real Football Talk, our pub, and everything else, right? You can go check out that video if you haven't. But the reason why I'm going in depth into this is because I don't think many players realize how useful having not only an organizer like this, but this is a place where every player can help each other out. And that is the real value. That right there is the value of a Discord community within these competitive games. The access to players from all over the world, meaning no matter what time you might be gaming, maybe you happen to be off on a Wednesday, right? And so Tuesday night you're gaming all night and there's nobody on typically, right? You're not going to get answers from your favorite YouTuber posting under his YouTube comments. You probably won't get it no matter when you type it. You're definitely not going to get it at 3 in the morning. Nobody's really looking at the comment. It might not even ever get seen. Like I said, you go on Reddit or something, half the time you get troll answers. No, you come here and there's somebody, some player that's either going to be on to help you. Maybe you need objectives done and you want to jump on co-op, or at least to answer any questions you might have, any feedback you might want. Maybe it's this big trade that you want to make, trade out where you sell a player and boost up, but you don't know because that player might, go significantly lower because there's a new promo coming out. So is this a good decision or not? And then you find out, no, do not sell that player and buy this other player. That other player is about to crash hard because of X, Y, and Z. You didn't even think about it. And then that little tidbit of information saved you from purchasing that player for, I don't know, $1 million, that by the next day is $600K on the market, right? We've all been there before so many times. Different decisions like that, right? Especially in the market, but all over the place. We go in and we try some new setup and we just get crushed with it. And then if we would have just had a community like this to post our tactics up, we would have had other players saying, no, do not use the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow right now because it will get destroyed by this. Here, change it to this. What are you looking to accomplish? Okay, that's your play style. That's how you want to play. Okay, here's a better option. Use this. Like all these areas that we go in blindly or just make mistakes typically, we don't make those mistakes anymore, right? And it's not just me that you're hearing back from. It's everybody. Now, if you've been part of this channel, you know that I had a free Discord for the longest time. We got to 77 members deep, and I know that for many of them, it's like, what the heck, man? You put it behind a paywall? Like what? But it's an entire rebuild from a just general discussion area, right? Just a general, almost like a glorified Reddit or whatnot, but with our own community members, which was fantastic. It was just a place to come and talk about different games, and we ended up creating the value that I'm telling you right now on our own, but it wasn't organized for that at all. It just naturally came to that. However, right, to take it a step further, to be more organized and to truly have a goal with this area, right, this is what was needed. Because obviously when we get into our own tournaments, our own competitive side of things, our own leagues, our own way to take this game a step further, especially as we get down the road, right? And then you try to go in and play things like PlayStation tournaments, which you've seen above. That's how I got those 700 points, right? So if you come here, you get 100 FC points per, right? And then if you go, there's a certain way that you can see. It used to have it. I guess it doesn't anymore. There it is. 17 championships, 5. I came in second, 8 third, 81 total. Now, it's a little deceiving because I just would go in the morning and just register for everyone, but I'd play 5 out of 12 or whatever it is. But the bottom line is, even those silver medals and bronzes are deceiving, which I only play on stream, so you can always look back and see this, but the connection is terrible, and you face cheaters nonstop. Okay? You'll be lucky to get in games sometimes because you have players that there's this little trick that you do that drop you, from the match, and you automatically lose without even getting a chance to play. So it just gets old. For 100 FC points, when we can put together situations where we have actual cash cups and you're guaranteed football, no ratty nonsense. So just things like that, right? I mean, that's where the $3 a month goes. Not to mention, as we proceed further, there's a lot of philanthropy that I want this channel to take part in and give back. Because if we have the opportunity to do it, I think it's our duty. I'm talking about us as humans. So there's just so much that your $3 a month will go to, but the value that you get is worth its weight in gold. So I just wanted to go into that a little bit more because as you prepare for FC26, it is super important to get in this rhythm so you're not missing out on things, so you get in a routine, and then you'll get on the pitch quicker, and when you get on the pitch, you'll be satisfied with the team you have. You'll know that you have the best possible team out there. You'll know that you're on the right track. You're not missing anything. You're not heading out there with some nonsense tactics that's going to get exploited. You have the very best camera, the very best settings, all of it, right? And that reminds me, let me check in this area. Yeah, so I thought about doing like an area for settings, camera angles, and stuff like that, but honestly, I'm looking in here right now. And that would be a good area just to put in the general FC26, right? Camera angle, boom, boom, FC26 settings, and then lay it all out there, right? And then pin the comment. Just because that's going to be talked about, what, one time a year, right? If you ever want to revisit it, you literally, here, let me show you this. Let me show you what you would do. Right, you would come here, and then you would just search, right? So you have all these, if you want to ever look up, specific things, you can use this stuff. But if you just want to put in the word, let me make sure this is correct. This is FC26. Let's go to FC25 where we've had talks. So let's just put the word soccer in there and let's see what comes up. So here you go. Soccer. So if I put camera, right? And we had the camera angles, I could scroll here and see the exact post. And obviously at the top of it I would have FC26 camera angles, right? Give me some camera angles. Here, I'm using Stadium 0105. That was a eFootball one. Because remember, this channel was previously, this was a season of exploring. If you're new to the channel and you don't know, this was the first year ever that I dove into every single football game. UFL, eFootball, and of course, FC, right? So now, after seeing everything, we've made our decision. We know where we're going. It's a game that I've played competitively since 22, but it was a great year to explore just because FC25 was such a joke, right? For a while, I thought I was leaving for good, and I made the decision to pivot once they made the update, and then left again because after they made that major update, they started slipping already. But fortunately, they found their grip, and it looks like we're going to have the best FC in a long time. So it's worth preparing so you can hit the ground running. So yeah, you see here, these are what? Is that where you buy coins? You need to authenticate with the place that you can associate here. Obviously, I'm not buying these, but I just want to check this out. Because they didn't used to have this. So I wonder if this year... You'll think with that. You'll not be logged out of that. Wait, what? Cannot authenticate. That's odd. But either way, we're not trying to buy coins. Those are the 750 I won from tournaments. The reason why that's important to note... Oh, am I in right now? Oh, I'm in right now. That's why. That's important to note because... when you get the web companion app before you can play FC26, if you can purchase coins right away, that would be interesting. Not that you need them. They come with 6,000. It used to be 4,600. Then if you've been playing tournaments, like I had 1,700 stacked up, and I accidentally bought this team pass when I was showing everybody the cost. Let's see if this does the same thing now that I'm out of... Should work this time. Yep. So it authenticated. So now I wonder if that's still going to work. Obviously, I have EA Play. So I wonder if that will be disabled or if you're going to be able to purchase these coins. You know what? Let's just, for a test, let me do something real quick. Obviously, I'm not buying anything on FC. And I want you guys to see my card information. So give me 1 second here. Let me see. So if I did... I want to see if this is going to possibly be discount. Okay, so close. Yep, look at that. Wow. So immediately, guys, this might be a huge game changer. Now, I'm not sure how you look at it. I never typically purchase coins because you went from getting 4,600 when the game starts. You now get 6,000, but they said it's over a couple months. Right now, typically starting, I would have already been playing a ton of tournaments, but it's a painstaking process because, like I said, the connection's terrible. If you're the host, with the way it's set up, it's not like typical rivals and champs. If you're the host, you have perfect connection. If you're the away team, dude, it's like 200 ping. You can look back at some of my streams and see how bad it is. And the fact that I managed to win like 10 of my 17 as the away team is crazy. But it's not fun either way. Period. So, my point is, you take those 17, that's 6,000, 7,000. That's 7,700 coins. Let's say they are coins, FC points. Let's say they give you, right off the bat, just 4,600, and you have to go from there, right? For any of you that want to have a good start, if you know hitting the ground running, getting a good team off the jump, right, can really help you out. Then as long as you don't make stupid decisions, which if you're part of my Discord, you absolutely won't. But as long as you don't make, whether you are or not, hopefully if you don't join, my content will be enough to at least keep you at least on the right path. And you make smart decisions. That head start can keep you ahead for the entire year. You start making these good habits. Like when I started, I was so lost. Something I would do is sit there, any of those packs where the regular gold cards, they were just a little bit of coins, I would quick sell all of them. Biggest mistake you could ever make. Do you know the difference between selling a card for like 30, 40, 60, whatever coins, as opposed to getting 200, 300, you get what I mean? Like, those couple hundred coins per quick sell that I was losing add up quick, man. Quick, right? Looking up players, I used to just go and look up the cheapest player on Footbin, which I still do that to an extent, right? Unless we get to a certain point, like especially at the beginning of the game. Don't just check Footbin, right? You can reference Footbin, but go into the actual transfer market, okay? Go into the actual market and put in the player's name and check, because it might say that they're, let's just for simple math, 100,000 is what they're going for. That's what it says on Footbin. But you go in and you notice that the cheapest one's like 111,000. So you put it, let's say even if you want to go the lowest to just sell it real quick before it drops, you think it's going to drop, put it for 109. Or you notice there's only one for 110,000. And that's on Footbin, 110, so it matches. But you notice the next one after that, all the rest, there's like a group of them, are like 125,000. So you could actually, instead of putting it for 110 because someone lowballed, put yours for 123K, right? You're talking 10,000, 13,000, 20,000. Like, these are big coin amounts, and they add up. Every one of those mistakes adds up, and you'll catch yourself hurting pretty quickly when you make enough of those mistakes. If you do it all right, you'll notice very quickly how many more coins you have following what I'm talking about, right? So never quick sell. So if you go to, what's up, Big Phil? How are you, bro? If you go to your players, and this obviously is everyone knows this who's been playing FC, but we have a lot of players. You know, I started my channel not as an FC player, but playing UFL, then going to eFootball. So there's a lot of players that aren't seasoned vets at FC coming over. So situations like this, right? Let's say we got, this is going to be helpful information. And I'll post stuff like this, like there will be a video for newbies, things like that. But when you look in your club, oh no, this is my actual club. Where is it at? I could have sworn there it is. I was like, where the heck is it? Players, there we go. Okay, so when you scroll and you want to search, let's say untradables only, exclude active players, exclude loan players, and let's go with quality, just golds. All right. When you go at the beginning of the year, for instance, you might have an Ajabadi, okay? In my first year, imagine this. In my first year, anything that wasn't a special card, this Ajabadi at the beginning of the year could be like 10,000, 12,000, something like that. Like a ridiculously high amount because she's a super fast striker. Now, it depends on the changes they make each year. Let's just say there's a big physical striker that's going to be worth a lot because that physical dribbling changes everything, which, by the way, I heard it's OP. Apparently, they're going to be fixing it, but right now, it's to the point where you get a bigger player who has that physical dribbling, and you're not going to be able to knock them off the ball. Like, you can try over and over to defend them, and they're, like, next to impossible, which I kind of like because bigger players will be, more usable. With that said, somebody like Ajabadi, small, like a glitchy little fast striker at the beginning of the game, 10,000, you quick seller, dude, I would get like 60 coins. I could have got like, let's just say 10,000 here, right? I do that. I make mistakes like that all the time. So I'll have tips like this for players. And I wasn't a newbie by any means, but in the Ultimate Team side, I didn't take in the game serious since 2012, okay? That leaves a decade of just playing the game almost for fun, right? Just because I was so committed to my own playing career and then going through different phases. So finally in 22 is where I buckled on and said, no, now it's time. Now this is my football, right? So anyways, just little stuff like that. But let's get back to it. The reason why I'm in here, remember I just went through what we would do. We do our checklist. We go through our dailies, right? Weeklies, I'll check them out. Have I looked into this yet? Okay, the new promo's Friday. Squad check. I've already put my squad in here. I got feedback. Okay, cool. I came in for the first day today. Since Phil's on, I'll do this for him. I go into the coaches area, and this is me and Phil's conversation right there. But I put something in here. Let's just say it's like a I don't know, like something I wanted him to work on, or I asked him to share a video so I can chop it down. Okay, he wakes up the next day, he comes in, he sees that I reposted his video with comments throughout the video. So now before he starts his champs or he starts his rivals for the day, he sees all these like, hey bro, you keep pulling your center back out of position here. Look at this. What you need to do here instead is go, it's like, damn, I am doing that. And now that one little tidbit of information could save him so many times where he would have conceded, which then saves him so many games that he might have lost because of that. And that's just one little tidbit, right? It could be, bro, look at every time on this shot, the goalkeeper's parrying it away. All you got to do, that player's got the game changer play style, bro. Use the Trivella, the low-driven Trivella. Just L2, double tap, shoot. L2, press, shoot twice. And you're going to score that one every time, bro. You keep missing that, you make that chance. Oh my God, you're right. Boom. Now he's creating that chance he kept creating, but now he's using the right shot. Boom. There's 10 more goals over the course of X amount of games. Like little stuff like that. So then you have 24/7 access, or Phil will, or whoever. It could be Phil's on right now. And then say you're a starter. Say you're not an MVP, right? You're not getting coaching, right? Outside of our live sessions where you can come find constant help here. You're here. You're a starter. That means you got the Discord and you got the YouTube. Boom. The YouTube. So now you're getting all the content. You just seen a video that you watched through and you got help, and you can't really ask anybody else yet because it hasn't dropped, right? You have the other people in your area, in your starters area, but you have a question for me. I come here, right, after you see this kind of content, I come here in the first herd, ask me anything, right? And You ask whatever you have, and boom, you'll get an immediate answer, just like similar to Phil, right? Only you won't have sessions or breakdown film or nothing. It will just be, hey man, should I go with the 4-4-2, 4-2-3-1? Here's why I'm asking, because I have Puteus, and what do you think she'll do better? And oh, bro, easily 4-2-3-1, man. She crushes it. Put her shadow striker or playmaker, depending if you like to have your cam run in past your strikers or stay sort of in that number 10 role behind, maybe finessing balls in all the time. But it's up to you. If you like that deeper run in past your striker, put Puteus as a shadow striker. If not, run her as a playmaker. She'll do a great job. Sit there and snipe finesse shots or low driven finesse shots now. Just made up stuff, whatever. You get what I'm saying. I'm just making up an example, but you get what I mean, bro. Whatever it could be. There's all these little moments that we... oh my goodness, I just realized my dumb ass. I won't re-go through... I won't re-go through all of that with you. But I will tell you that this is what I was pointing at during that, right? Just so you're aware. This is the first ask. This is an instant content drop. So this is what I was having you read. All content immediately dropped here. No wait. Days and weeks in advance. Sometimes even exclusive drops that no one else will see. If you're a starter, you get that. And then obviously here's this MVP coaching area that I was talking about, where if you get the coaching, you have this area. So outside the sessions, there will be other little things. Hey, work on this. Hey, send me footage of this. Then you get the video back, breaking down what, having comments under it through each of it. That's what I was saying about those little tidbits. So just so you can put eyes on this, I'm still getting used to this OBS thing and how to switch these screens. I can be switching and seeing on my end, but you guys can't always see it. So I got to get used to that. So yeah, so this is that coaching area, exclusive coaching corner, right? This will be where, like you see here, our space to work together and improve when we are outside of sessions. This is the starters area. This is where they would ask anything, the instant content drop, right? And then all these areas throughout here. This is one of my favorite ones, man. So at the beginning of the year, right, when you go to the Market Master, there's all these different items, right? And you'll be able to read all this as you come in here. But as it says, these items are worth investing in. Buy low, sell high. Make coins, right? If you have some good items that can make us some coins, list them here. There might be the new Venezia kits, which look to be back in action, right? For the longest time, Venezia kits would sell out instantly, bro. Instantly, because they're so sick looking. They were Kappa sponsored. Now they're sponsored by that Drake, Nike, what's that called? I forgot what that brand. You guys know the brand, though, that I'm talking about. But they're sponsored by Nocta or whatever. They're sponsored by them, and the kits look to be sick again. So you find all these little kits, or, hunters and engines and all this stuff at the beginning. I remember when you guys who've been playing will remember this one, when Lengthy went crazy. Remember when Lengthy went crazy? And they Architect was the way to make every player lengthy. All of a sudden, you had lengthy players you were dominating. Okay, so Architects became the big thing. So people went out and just wiped out Architects to where it was hard to get. So for however long that lasted, a month, 2 months, 2 weeks, whatever it was, players who were smart enough and jumped on that cleaned house. I'm talking about millions and millions of coins were made off of just being heads up and going, wait a second, Lengthy's like so OP now. Everyone go buy Architect. That's the way to make players lengthy, right? You better believe stuff like that's coming again. They're now down to just the regular 3-body run types. Like, you have explosive, controlled, or lengthy. None of the controlled explosive, controlled lengthy, none of that. But you better believe with this new physical dribbling and the beautiful left stick dribbling, maybe even great for bigger players, there's going to be different marquee, play style or chemistry styles that you want to get now. Okay, and when these things blow up and a player can become a certain way with a certain one, maybe it's okay. I need to make my player controlled. Out of nowhere, controlled becomes what you want. Okay, there's going to be a certain Kim style that's going to help that, and you go and blow up the market, get all these, dude, you're talking a game-changing amount of coins. There could be certain players, especially at the beginning of the year for SBCs, that you would have never been able to find, right? You can't really use Footbin because everybody will go there and find these players and get them, and they'll be gone. Then they'll refresh the teams. That's why they'll refresh the teams when you look at a recommended team to do SBC. So you can't use Footbin, right? So when you have a community full of people posting these players up, like go buy John Smith, the American left back, go buy Tanya Martinez, the Mexican right back defender from Barcelona, and you're going in and you're sniping, you can turn a bunch of 500 coin purchases into a bunch of 1,500 coin sales. Times that by 100 players, times that by 500, times that. You see what I'm saying? So this little area right here, I mean, all these areas are going to help in different ways, but this area, in this area too, how many times, and I spoke on it a little bit earlier, but this crushes players all year long. You're so excited to get a player, so you go out and you purchase that player for, I don't know, 500 coins, hard-earned coins that you've been saving up. The next day, the player crashes down to 150. All you had to do was realize that there was a leak and there was this certain evolution coming out, so it made this other player so good that plays in the same position. Everyone went out and bought that player. No one wants the player you bought anymore, rendering them completely useless and now 150k because now there's this sick evolution. So now you spend your 500k to buy the player, you go sell the player for 100k, and you end up doing the evolution everyone was doing. Now there's no more of that, right? Or you go and you purchase a player on promo day. The player comes out and you're like, this player is going to be great. I know it's going to fly up in coins. Like there's no way it's going to stay this low. And maybe you're right 10% of the time. But then 90% of the time you go do that and the player goes from, I don't know, 100k to 25k, 500k to 200k. Now you have all these different I guess like community full of players helping you with these different little tidbits of information, guiding you in the right direction, right? 24/7, right? That means that if you're randomly playing, I said it earlier, I'll say it again, at 3 a.m. when typically no one's on in your time around you or who you typically ask, you're going to have someone to help you out. Like, oh yeah, bro, this new promo's coming out. Here's the marquee players like that you would want to get. Or here's a sleeper that I think is going to be cheap, but is going to dominate on the pitch and go up in value, especially because in 2 weeks, right? In 2 weeks we have, I don't know, the Champions League final, and this player's definitely going to get a promo card. Or there's so many ways to look at it, to dive into that you don't even think about on a regular basis that other players do, and that other players have access to, like, finding out or doing that, right? There's people that really focus in on that area. They'll still play the game. And that way, if you want to get out on the pitch quicker, no more having to worry about this side of things. You have a one-stop shop that you can access and get immediate questions. Maybe there's a certain player you want to ask about or certain areas you want to focus on. Well, you can read. If you don't understand something or have another question, you ask it and you get instant help. That's the beauty of this. That's my point. So enough with that. I'm just super excited because do any of our consumables transfer? No, nothing transfers over except for your coins. Nothing transfers over except for your coins. So when I go in here now, I want to show you, I want to walk through my team because I'm super excited about this, right? So yeah, just the very, very, very last thing to close out that. The point of this isn't like necessarily like a sales thing, right? Let's just say it was free. Who gives a crap about the little $2.99 a month? I'm talking about you being organized and ready to play 26. If for some reason you don't want to join the team and utilize that Discord, make sure you're utilizing something at home. I don't care if you're old school and you take a piece of paper and pen and write down daily checklist, weekly checklist. I don't care if you write down all of the websites you have to visit daily. Like, oh, I got to do my daily visits. Check www. Doesn't matter, bro. Do it. If you're old school like that, do it. If you're newer school and you know how to save favorites and click on this, this, and this, just make sure you have a routine because it will make your experience so much better. And you'll be able to get players like these that you see on screen right now, right? Now, obviously, this is footies at the end of the year, but I'm talking whoever the marquee players are early on. You'll see that your coins go up drastically. You'll see that your experience in the game is made that much better. Your record will be that much more improved when you actually have that tactical assistance and help making sure your team is the best it can be at all times. Make sure you're staying on top of as much of this stuff as you can on your own, right? You can only get so much help. I get it. Strongly suggest you do join my Discord, but if you can't, at least take the tips and tricks and whatever knowledge you can from the way I have it organized and utilize it on your own the best you can without having, any help. Because the community and the amount of people that you have, that we'll have in the Discord, that's a big advantage to it. And it's ever growing, which only makes it more and more, makes it better and better because there's more and more input going in, right? Whereas if you do it yourself, it will help. It will help you not forget things, but you only know what you know. So it will at least be better than just coming in there every day, scratching your head, going, what do I do? What do I do? But it won't be as good as it can be. So into the team look. If anybody's been following along the past few weeks, Puteas, one of the best players in the game without a doubt. I had her TOTS card playing on the left winger cam, and she was absolutely dominant. So then I had Ratigi, who I believe I still have down on the bench. Yeah, I still have him on the bench. But this Puteas card, especially with the inconsistent gameplay, right? With all that heaviness and the laggy feeling and stuff, which, by the way, is a big reason why I found out, too, on top of adding low drivens, that they removed the green time finishing. That was one of the biggest things that was really messing up when you had delayed gameplay, or as FC calls it, unresponsive gameplay. So that's a little side note, but the point is having Puteas, and then where I had this youngster right here, Vicky Lopez. Now I have her teammate, Claudia Pena, I think it is, but whatever. And then who knows, maybe little 5'3" Vicky Lopez gets in there. I think she's 5'3". Let me check. 5'3", but look, Claudia Pena, 5'3" as well. If you don't know what 5'3" looks like on the pitch next to a bunch of these bigger players, like for instance, Ibarbo's like 6 foot something, Gervinho's 6 foot. It's hilarious. Even Puteas is 5'8", but she's a little monster, bro. Like, so I think she has like 90 plus strength too. Yeah, 90 strength, right? And then I added Hawk to her, so it's like 99 strength. So 5'3", great dribbling, 99 strength. Good luck getting her off the ball. So I can't wait to utilize her. Now Puteas up top, she should be real good and shifty. Both of them will be great in heavier gameplay. And then where we're kind of experimenting, because these two typically have that body type, that size that isn't that good in heavy gameplay, right? Leao just got done just totally shitting a brick playing right wing, but you got to go with the Roma trios. If you don't know and you need a little history lesson, there was a trio that played in Roma, right? You see here the Colombia. It is Colombia, right? Or is it Ecuador? I think it's Colombia. Colombia, yes. The Colombian Ibarbo, the Ivory Coast International, Gervinho, and then Doumbia, I believe, is Ivory Coast as well, is a striker. And I think he's in objectives right now. Let's go see what objectives to get him. But they're a trio that all were signed by Roma and became just insane together. They were just dominant. And FC was brought them into their game years and years ago, and they were dominant in the game too. Right? They were insane. They came out back in the day when it was all about speed, and then you had big old Ibarbo, just a monster running down the right, Doumbia up top, and then Gervinho on the left. Didn't have the best finishing necessarily, at least like Gervinho didn't, and even Ibarbo, but were just speed demons. And so they recreated them. And I didn't really mess with it earlier in the year when they came out. So, of course, I had to get them now. But I don't know if this Doumbia can replace Puteus. Alright, so let's see. SBC. Oh, I can't go to it. I was looking around. I was like, where is it? I can't go to objectives through here, so I'll have to check it within the game, but that's okay. Let's just check the SBCs real quick, see if there's anything worth doing. Mariano, that Ribery looks halfway decent. I'll even favorite him. This is worth doing just to get some coins. So there's a tradable 81 plus. What's the requirement? Team rating 85. Exclude. We'll go quality goal. Let's see if we can even get close to that. We used a lot of our fodder. 84. Wow, still 84, huh? So how about, boom, should be good, no? So much different than on the phone, which I'm used to, so I have to, I'm like getting used to all this as I go. No PC, I'm on laptop right now, but I'm not in PC. This is just where I like doing my ultimate team on the PC before I get into there we go. 89. And then let's say we're training for the regular season, right? Like I don't care right now about fodder, but look, so I want to get it as low as I can. Save every ranked, like player that you possibly can, like higher rated player. So if I could have got this for an 84 instead, you absolutely want to save that 84. Don't just be careless and throw it in until it says exchange players and you end up giving them a higher team. I used to watch my son do that, and it drove me insane, man, because I've learned over time, right? Those little savings, it's just like real life. They add up. A penny saved is a penny earned, as Grandma used to say, and Grandma is 100% right. Make many coins as you can. Save as much fodder as you can. So if I check right now on Footbin, like remember, I would check on Footbin, then I'd cross-reference it. Let's actually do a little test here. Fonzo Davies. All right. I think Alfonso Davies. Okay, so Jonathan David, the UFL star. So he's worth 14.3, but let's do a little check. All right, let's do a little check. So let's go here. 14.3. Oh, I can't actually. That's all right. Yeah, I can. So if I go Jonathan David, and then I do special rarity is team of the week. And I do buy now max, final price minimum 14,300. Let's do max 14,500. So this is a bad example because he has an 84 version that's going to pop up, right? But 14, okay, so this one worked out. So I'll sell them for like 13.5 because I really don't care right now because it's end of the year. Or I'll sell them for, 13.5 will be fine. But what I wanted to try to show you is that this could say 14.5, or sorry, Footbin could say 14.5. You could go check. And then you go to sell him on the market here. And he ends up being like 17,000 you could have got for him, right? You see what I mean? So you always want to check both. And I forgot here. I'm doing that Footbin on my phone to hurry up, but I should have came in here, right? So look, if you cross-reference that Jonathan David, you go to this 86 one. This is the one I just had, right? 14.25. On PC is actually 18, which is funny. But then, say you went back to the game, right? You went back into the game. I think I exited out of this. I did. And you could actually got way more because it updates, right? Maybe that 14.25 was like one that someone lowballed. Now you could have got 19. So always cross-reference it. Just little things that either A, players forget because now we're deep in the season and you've created these kind of bad habits toward the end of the year, or B, you're newer to the game and you don't know these little things. So we'll cross over this stuff. We'll go over this stuff again as we get closer. And by the way, that reminds me, as we head into actually playing, I owe my man Sammy my camera angles, so I apologize for that, Sammy. Hey, by the way, bro, you owe me that 5,000. You told me if I covered FC26 exclusively, you'll give me $5,000. So I need it ASAP, Sammy. Yeah, I do not mess with PC at all. I'm strictly consolation. All right. Perfect. Now we're set. All right, here we go, big dogs. Still don't got my desk yet. I can't wait to get that bad boy. If you guys saw my setup, you'd laugh. I took a picture of it. I put it on one of my thumbnails. Yeah, a long time ago. I'll put it again, dude. It's the funniest little area you've ever seen, bro. But you gotta do what you gotta do. All right, so that takes us right up to 15K. So that was worth doing that SBC. Let's go check out these objectives. Don't ask me why sometimes it locks up like that on the companion app. It's silly. Where is he? So let's see. So Footy's Daily Cup. 2 of 7 challenges to earn Footy's Mateus. What? No freaking way. I don't want Orsolini, but I'll take him. Wait, complete 2 out of 7. Win 4. Win 4 on any of these days. So every day there's a cup for the next 3 days there's left. So we're down to what? However, whichever ones there are. And Mateus is a B. So if you want Mateus, you can go win 4 of those. So who would he have to replace for me? He'd replace Lampard. Or could potentially replace Edson Alvarez, but... So here's the daily cups. Within these, like here's the one today. This is what you would get from the daily cup. This American, she was playing in the U.S. and then she went to PSG. She's a beast. So she's with that other beast, one of my favorite women players. I forgot her name. It starts with a G, I think, but she's a monster, dude. So her and that other girl, I don't know if they're great in real life, but they're great in this. So Footy's SP Chase. So friendlies. So we can get this done now. Get 500 SP. But I'm way behind. I should have never accidentally bought that team pass. Here he is. Daily Cup. So that's the... So play. This is just play. So complete 5 out of 7. So I missed that chance. We're in Daly's Cup 4. Wait. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. I couldn't even get him if I wanted to. I would have had to start yesterday, I think. But here's Doumbia. So as you can see, a complete monster. Bigger player. But I don't think he could have replaced Puteus anyways. Nope. They have to have low-driven plus anyway. So I wouldn't have wanted Doumbia. I mean, he's a beast. Maybe I could have made the exception. But that's all right. So let's go straight into the Friendly Cup. If we can. There's always restrictions in these. Maybe not now, though. Let's see. Footy's Daily Cup. Clubs. 6 clubs max. How many do I have? 12. So this is in a club. This is in a club. So this is in a club. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, so let's see if I can find subs that match this. 7. So this is good. These are good. And by the way, as I'm talking about this, Bombito and Romero, this is Romero I packed. I usually don't like Romero cards, but he looks insane. He's like 200-something K. He's kind of undersized, but with how good his agility and stuff is with this particular card, it actually makes him ridiculously good. Usually I either like the big boys like this monster, right? Which 2 inches, you don't think it's a lot, but you'll see Romero looks tiny out there. And then obviously you got like an Edson Alvarez 6'2", but he moves so fluid. He's like a Patrick Vieira, bro. He's insane. Patrick Vieira mixed with Hullet. And then obviously Lampard, I replaced him with Scholes, even though I hated Chelsea, right? The Mourinho versus Ferguson years. Chelsea versus Man U years. I'm a Man U fan. And Scholes, he played great, but they say Lampard's just so much better. Obviously, these two are going to be sick. And then you got a Barbo and Gervinho, legends. More the big and strong wingers mixed with the tiny, more agile 2 central players. Lampard is a deep line playmaker. Edson Alvarez, just insane anchorman type of player, CDM. Right, I have him on defender, defend. I'll actually show you real quick. Just your typical 4-2-3-1, boring, but hopefully that changes next year with all the new gameplay changes. But this year it's just too powerful not to use, especially when everyone else is. Underrated Dudek because he's got the best goalkeeper play styles mixed with insane footy stats. So just a sick team. But this Bombito, who I got from the paid team pass, ridiculous. 99 pace, right? Then I believe he's got, perfect strength, perfect all the way around like mini footies cards. But his body type, 6'3", just long legs, fast as heck. I mean, you can't beat it. Obviously, Romero I still have to use. I got to use Alvarez, and he was a beast. Lampard I didn't really take a good look at. Barbo's a monster. Just moves excellent for being freaking. I think he's like, what, 6'2". And then you got the 6 foot or 5'10" Gervinho, who's a beast too. Both finesse specialists, by the way. Beast on the wing coming in with finesse. And of course, these two, Pateas and Claudio Pina, both have the low driven plus. I forgot if Vicky Lopez did. Yeah, low driven plus as well. So she can come right in if I believe she can play left wing. I could either go to 4-2-2 or put her at left wing for Gervinho. For some reason, he's struggling. So yeah, pretty dang good squad. Nobody's just like, oh my god, R9 level or CR7 level, but still very good. There's no sound right now? Are you sure, Phil? Sammy, can you hear me? My mic's saying it's working. If any of you guys can hear me, let me know. Yeah, Phil, it's only you. Sammy, could you type in there? Sammy, can you type in there? OG said, Phil, it must be your setup, buddy. Say, OG said it must be yours, Phil. Thank you, Sammy. All right. Sorry, Phil, if you can't hear this right now, bro. Phil, if you can't hear me, say hi. All right, so we got 4 matches. Let's see how we can do in here. Oh, but first I got to see if I can even come up with making this 6 teams only. You gotta load your team up with icons and stuff. That's the best way to do it. 10. Eight. So I need 2. Damn, dude. Who would I switch out? That's an Alvarez would be 7. Then I'd have to go like this. Get like Francescoli in here. And then another one. Damn, I'd have to put Dalglish, but I want Puteus up there. Backs it right back. Boom. Alright, let's go ahead and play. Here, let me text Phil and make sure. Alright. Phil. I'm gonna text him real quick. Alright, I let him know. Hopefully that will help him out. Alright, let's go have some fun in here. See how these 4 games go. Well, which players are you talking about? Which ones are you talking about, buddy? Gervinho and Barbo? Barbo was an SBC. Gervinho was... I packed them. The only one I purchased with coins, the coins I had was Puteus. My Puteus striker. Alright, time to shake off this rust and really dive into it. I'm already seeing the glitchiness. But it is what it is. Could care less about winning from here on out. It's just, let's improve. Let's get ready for 26. Let's try to play similar. Fast passing, fast moving. It's going to be hard to emulate, but we can some. Utilizing second man press just to mark players, but then making sure we're switching to... Look at that. I just wanted to test her out there. Oh, nice turn. Oh. There it is. Alexia, dude. I know she's going to be insane. Thanks, Sammy. Yeah. So that's just from a little bit of effort, bro. Doing some SBCs. I sat there one night. That's what I mean from my Discord, bro. That's what I mean. That's why I set that whole thing up, because it's very easy. I remember when I took that break after when the game went to crap and then they did the big patch and I came back. I took a break for like 2+ months. Came back, my team's completely behind the power curve, and next thing you know, I built them all the way back up, started performing again, shook off the rust, right? The very first time back after the patch, I got a 7 and 8, and the next thing you know, within a couple weeks, I'm getting rank 1s, you know, and it's just proper training, proper preparation, knowing how to like recognize the meta, and then knowing how to build up coins fast, doing the right things, and then you just stick to a routine and it works. So these tacklebacks, I can't wait for them to be gone. Those are going to be wonderful to get rid of. Oh, you little shit. Dang it, Puteus. But that's why we're practicing, right? Coleman's a beast. I wish I could have showed you guys Edson Alvarez, but we'll get him in there eventually. So I'm playing 2v1 now. Oh, Puteus! With the monster green. With the monster green, baby. It feels so good, baby. It feels so good. Am I original? Yeah, see, that's why I've been rebuilding the Discord and stuff. But man, I wish I could have been on these daily cups. They're fun, even if I don't win all 4. Just the competition of it, you know, just to play something different and practice and stuff and have something to compete for. I mean, this is why FC is the king right here. This kind of stuff, dude. And by the way, if I must say, the gameplay feels tremendous. Now, this is one game. Let's see if it's consistent. Let's see if it stays. Obviously, it's not 26 yet, so the changes aren't here yet. But it's good to see, like, if it's going in the right direction. Meaning, if every single game is terrible gameplay like it had been the past few weeks, then you start to get nervous. But when you get some good gameplay, it gives you a bit of hope that maybe, just maybe, they're telling the truth and they did fix whatever it is that does cause it whenever there is that bad gameplay, right? If it's just bad no matter what, then you're like, dude, how is this going to change? Every game's terrible gameplay, and it felt like that, dude. Those champs, when I got 10 and 5, every one of those 5 losses, and even the ones where I was in and staying in with these opponents I would have destroyed, who beat me because I couldn't move. You know, that a lot of people be like, oh, well, 10 and 5 is good, then it's a success. But I don't look at it that way. I look at it like EA Sports has the ability to fix this, and they have to fix it, because crap like that sucks. When you're losing games because of stuff like unresponsiveness, as they call it, and they could be in here fixing this now instead of making us wait. But I am excited for the updates, I will say that. I wish they did it similar to eFootball in that sense, where they just kept doing hot fixes and just kept the game as sharp as can be at all times, you know? Found ways to do that. I don't know, that's just my opinion. But I know it doesn't fit their whole model. What the hell? That was actually a good ball, too. Look at this. Look at this manual run. Look at this. Oh, that would have been sick. He did not see that. Or maybe his second guy did. I don't know. I don't think so, though. Look at this run. Beautiful by Pena. Oh, just toying. Just having fun, man. Period. Foul. Look at that dribbling, bro. Oh my goodness, guys, listen to me. Listen to me. How is she only 500k on the market, bro? Oh my god, this is Claudia. This is the free... Dude, even just accidentally buying the team pass just to get this Claudia Pena was worth it, bro. Oh my gosh. And the funny thing is, she's like a newer. Usually it's Puteas and then the other midfielder. There's like 3 of them that are beast midfielders. Oh, and by the way, it looks like I was wrong, by the way. I wish Owen was on here so I could talk to him because good old England beat Spain, huh? What was I wish I would have watched that game. Or yeah, good old England beat Spain. Because otherwise that other girl that I have, Fox, or I forgot her name, Vicky or something, she would have upgraded. I didn't even check. I'll have to watch those highlights. I heard Puteas played amazing, but if they lost, it don't really matter, huh? But that Pina, unbelievable player, by the way. Claudia. I'm going to call her Claudia. Because it's not Pina, it's Pina, I think. Claudia Pina. I don't know how to pronounce that. But there's no tilde, if that's the right word for it. She's a beast, though. And so is Puteas. I thought that was Puteas. Watch this. She has what I heard what it looks like FC26 dribbling is going to be. Aw. I want to feel Lampard on the ball. Here we go. Dude, did they like cheat in some FC26 stuff? Oh! Oh! I feel like that was the glitch shot that I accidentally did, though, guys. No way that happens. Lampard. No way. Dude, and I was literally not going for the glitch shot. But look, I didn't Travella it. Did that just deflect? How the fudge did that go in? Did he move his goalie? See, the beauty of being excited there is because I literally was just playing football, having fun. But that by no means was that me thinking like, oh, this is the angle these cheaters use. But I think it had to be, bro, because that wasn't even very well placed. Just because I already won this game, I'll test it out. I'll do that again and test it out. If I go up again, remind me, I'll test that out again. But I think that's that angle that they scored because that wasn't. I did not think that was going in. I actually meant to hit a power shot and then changed it last second. But whatever. All right, big dub in the house, big dub. Damn, so I already know I want to get Edson Alvarez in here, and then I pretty much am good. But how would I have to do that? To get Edson Alvarez, I would have to get a left back. Or a Barcelona, Tottenham. Yeah, I don't have the ability. Dang it. I want to get Edson here. Oh, well. All right. All right, good, Phil. Good, buddy. Huge W that the players are feeling good. The gameplay feels amazing. Played 2v1. It's amazing how the game changes when when the gameplay's good. That's why all these quicker movements, boom, boom, bang. Dude, if they're right, it's just going to be such a fun year, guys. Just get on, start enjoying it. Start with if you're brand new coming from eFootball or UFL, start with squad battles. Put it on the difficulty level that's toughest for you, but where you're still being able to practice different things. Then once that gets easy, where you're like winning, move up. All right. Once you can win on Ultimate Team on a regular basis, you're ready to go versus opponents. Now you can still dabble because who cares if you get crushed, right? This is practice. But you don't want to get crushed every game. It's similar to real football, right? You play scrimmages. You don't want to beat every team 10-0. You want to maybe a couple games where you whoop the team to practice some things, and then you want a bunch of good games where you're getting challenged and you can work on improving, right? Claudia. Oh, I shouldn't have took that. I do that little explosive touch sometimes when I shouldn't. Too easy. Good work, boys. Ah. Gotta get more creative there. Good. Notice I had Dudek waiting. Good. Good, Pena. Wouldn't let me player switch to the right player. Holy cow, my what's it called was way off there, eh? Oh. Oh no. Terrible defense on my part. Ah. Tackle back, that was bullshit. Oh my god. Oh, I thought that went in. She's so beastly, bro. I should be able to dominate this, dude. If I can start playing a little bit smarter. What the fudge? Dude. What is going on here? See, those are gone, so I can't wait for that. There we go. Now we're connecting. Terrible half. Yeah, there was an update, and it feels amazing, bro. But I don't know if I don't even know if it updated gameplay. I didn't read it. We should look into that, because it feels... it might have something to do with it, or it might not. That might be a coincidence. I didn't read the update. For all I know, I'm thinking it's that, and it's like... It's just good connection today, but... See, they just need to get it where it feels like this every game, bro, and then, dude, we are set. You can see the difference, guys. You know what I mean? You can see and feel the difference. Dude. This is very much a tackle back type of player. Unreal. Unreal, guys. She's just a monster, bro. She's just a monster. Claudia Pena it's like it's hard to tell between her and Puteas, even though Puteas is 5'8", they're both slender and dark hair. And it's like, bro, it's unbelievable. Both of them on the ball. It's like a cheat code. Beautiful. Look at that defense, guys. See the difference? If you watch, like if you follow the channel, you can tell. You know what I mean? Like when I have good gameplay versus when I don't, it's ridiculous. Like it's funny when some of the trolls come in like, you're just saying that. It's like, no, bro. You know damn well if you play this game long enough what I'm talking about, but there's always trolls that want to like talk crap, you know? What a ball, by the way. Look at that, guys. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's just night and day, isn't it? And yeah, I know. So Saturday, we'll make up for it Saturday. I've been rebuilding that Discord. Saturday's our day. So it's so we want to stick to every 2 weeks. And then this past has been a little weird because I wasn't even quite sure if you were going to come over or not. I didn't want to pressure you. I wanted you to make the decision. I thought maybe you would, but I know you'd put a lot of money in like I did. And I didn't know if you're going to be like, screw this dude, man. I switched like 6 games because of him. I'm staying here, you know. Which I'm glad you're along, bro. And I know you told me last night when I asked you. So Saturday's our day. I already got it set up. And we'll work on all these things, bro, that we know are coming. Fast passing, the same exact thing that I worked on with you first in eFootball. We're gonna start with it would be tomorrow night or Friday night too, but I got my daughter's training. Dude, if you could be up, and I know you can't, bro, so don't think I'm but I'm up like say 3 in the morning Central Standard Time. I'll typically get a couple hours in. But I don't want to rush it or nothing, so it's up to you. But I know that that's crazy. So, like, if not Saturday, whatever time during the day you're available, and we'll go for 2 or 3 hours. Because I got some specific things I want you to work on. Aw, dude. See, this is where you just start wanting to pass it around the back. But you don't need to because you got all skill. You verified. Hey, bro. Catazio from Kick. If you're going to try to write these, bro, I get 1 million of those a day, but you got to at least spell right, dude. You got all these spelling errors, man. Come on. You want me to pay you $60 an hour to get me bots or some shit, but you can't even spell right. Yeah, Saturday, Phil, but I want you to start with, so you can start working on it like in your free time, whether it's squad battles or rivals, because you don't want to necessarily get your butt kicked, but you don't want to necessarily do it so easy that you're just dominating, because that's not realistic, right? Look, so you want to work on that quick passing and moving. Releasing your players down the outside, then working it into the central area, because the marking is going to be so much better in FC26, and the passing is going to be so much quicker. So that's what you got to take advantage of. The AI defending is so much better. It's not defending. The AI marking is apparently vastly improved, but you got to switch to the defender yourself. So defensively, you want to work on manually defending, especially coming from eFootball. Double tap R1. Notice when I double tap R1. You see that this is the difference. Like, they don't have this part in eFootball. Notice when I'm going to give him the ball back. Watch this. See how when I double tap R1, watch. Those 2 blue guys go and mark the nearest 2 defenders. Watch when I do it. So you want to work on double tapping R1 to get your 2 nearest defenders marked up. And then you're jockeying, right? You're jockeying with L2. And then you're sprint jockeying with L2 and R2. We'll work on all this. But then once you win, and then you don't dive in, you jockey, and then you keep up with the player. Then when you see an opening, boom, you commit your tackle. I don't go, the only time I go with the tackle button is if I'm straight on and no. If not, they'll do this little goofy lunge. So you want to go for the shoulder charge, which is why Anticipate Plus is so important. And so we're going to work on that defensively, and then just the principles, simple principles. Winning the ball defensively on tackles, so I'm going to have you trying to get the ball for me. Then once you win it, instant passes, bro. Just constantly, not just passing to pass. That's where many players make mistakes, right? Constantly making passes, but quickly, but smart. You have a purpose. Just like with eFootball we worked on. Because that's the biggest area players struggling. Then once we get you to where you're comfortable enough passing quickly, then we start working on the manual runs, because that's the part that they don't have in eFootball. L1 and R1, sending players, calling them 2. And you can also change the direction. Send them and make them go diagonal, a little to the right, a little to the left, coming back to you a little to the left, a little to the right. Then at the very last thing we do, we add in player lock. We probably won't get the player lock until the second session. I'm going to give you the defensive principles tomorrow. We're going to work on them. And then the passing, we'll see if you get to the manual run part, L1 and R1. Then for 2 weeks you work on that. We come back, we see where you are in the 2 weeks, and then we'll see if we can add player lock. If not, you have time. But the whole method to this, why I know it by heart, is because this is what I did. This is the same way that I continued to improve, right? And it sucked for me, though, because I had to look all over the place and scour the damn earth for someone who wasn't just like, great tips on how to get better. And you go in the video and it's like, all right, guys, you see those goalposts? You're going to want to shoot the ball in between those. If you do, you get this thing. It's called a goal. Now, listen, this is the best part. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'll show you what happens on part 2. Then it's like, all right, here's part 2, guys. If you hit it between the posts, you get a goal. I swear to God, dude, I'm not even kidding. That's like the type of bullshit. But we're going to work on those things, and you'll be there in no time. By the time 26 comes out, you'll have a great foundation of what FC is about. Not only what it's about, but you have a great understanding of like the feel of the ball and everything. And then 26, obviously there's some changes to it, but you're not going to come in just totally blind, right? You're going to come in with a good idea because you already have this sped up passing and stuff from eFootball anyway. So it's good to have those like stepping stones up. So it's better to do this than you come in and it's boom, FC26 starts off day 1 and you're just worried about trying to learn how to like pass the ball, much less like put your team together. Then as we get closer, we'll get the sessions going too, dude. We'll get the sessions going on like team building, all that. But that's where, Phil, that's where it's going to be huge having the Discord, because like I know making that change, I'm essentially rebuilding. And I know if a lot of my foundation, you know, I have the UFL and eFootball guys that are going to be like, screw you, peace. But with the state of those games, there's just no way. I don't give a damn if it's just like, say it was me and you, or me, you, and Sammy, or whatever. That the way that's organized, it's the exact steps that I take, and just having that group, even if it was just us, to look into, will help you immensely, bro. And that's what it's about. And it not only you, it helps me too to like have it laid out, like a visual of my day-to-days. And it damn near is, that's why I coach, by the way. Like helping you out is damn near more fun than me actually competing myself. Like helping you save all these coins to then go out and get like this beast player that you otherwise wouldn't have got because you would have been like lost or like. So I guess the point that I'm trying to make is it would be easy for someone who is like in the Discord or seeing the setup, like in any case, right? Like you'll have those people who are like, okay, what about a lot of content creators are just for the money and stuff. And you do need to make money because this stuff has a lot of time you put into it. But the bottom line is I'm a passionate gamer that puts time in anyways. And so if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right. That's the point, is that this is the way to get the most out of the game, right? Having this type of setup, right, where you can literally come in, for you especially, Phil, can come in and literally just go like this. Start at the very top and go, all right, you see what if there's any new comments, obviously you check those. And go, oh, somebody put something new in here. Okay, he put, OG put something new in here. Okay. But then you go from the top down, right? Let's see, you do your daily checklist. Then you go to your weeklies and you just scroll through and you read out. And if there's anything that you need to read into, you go into it. If there's anything you read and you go, oh, I did have a question down here for rivals. Hey, blah, 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 blah. Oh, I did have a question I actually wanted to ask about co-op. Hey, tomorrow, can anybody play? I'll be on from 6 p.m. to whatever. I want to get these objectives done. I need some help. Boom, boom, boom. You know, like, it's just, this is going to help immensely. Forget about anything. The cost is because that's what it's worth. But the value is in that it actually is going to help a ton. Anybody that kind of can lay that out, or at least, even if they copy off of it and try to do it themselves, it's going to be hard because the community of people is what makes that thing even better. But just that organization in a game that has so much to do and so much content, that's what the focus should be on, right? You see what I'm saying? Having that type of organization is needed in a game like this. So anyway, I'm gonna get into this. I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. Yeah, I agree, Sammy, for real. But then the plot twist is that UFL went back to AI because they're idiots. They decided all these games are deciding to cater to these trash players, these no skills. Look at eFootball. Look how the paths they're each going. F and day it was Pez slash eFootball now, right? Now, eFootball is just an AI joke for players who want to act like they're playing while it's really the AI. UFL is for players who just want to go glitch around and act like, oh, it's kind of a football game, but really it's trying to figure out how to, do all these broken things to win. It's fun. FC is like, let's play some football, baby. What's up, Bearsy? What's up? Yo. Alright, gracias. What's up, Bear? What's up, my bear?
Don't let him in my
I won't. I know Kinsey in there.
Kinsey's doing toenail.
Alright. What's up, Bear? What's up, little bear? Say what's up to stream, bro. Sorry, guys. Gotta pet the pup real quick. What's up, big bear? What's up, buddy? Good boy. Good boy. Let's get you a toy and then you can hang out. Good boy. You'll find something to chew on, won't you? Alright. FC26 will more manual. Yeah, I know. They're going even more manual. I freaking love it, bro. That's what I'm saying. That's why. So Phil, just to give you guys a little background, didn't play football growing up, so he doesn't have like that football insight like that we have from playing. But he loves the sport. He's passionate about the sport, and he found the channel. And every single game we work on, he improved. The only game I didn't work on him directly in is UFL. But eFootball, he got all the way up to Division 3. I finished up Division 2. So one division behind. We actually matched up one game and we tied. Now, full transparency, yes, it was one-sided with shots. His Schmeichel played out of his mind. But the fact that we even tied coming from where Phil started at, it's crazy. And then in tournaments, he played insane, matching with top players that have been playing forever and dominated. And like, bro, he just cares, and it's like zero to do. Like, I'm just there to help him out, but it's all him, bro. He figures this stuff out, and I can't wait to really dive into FC with him because there's so much more user control and so many more areas where like I can help translate, stuff that's going to help him improve. So just so you guys know, I know you heard me say it, but the first thing I'm going to do on Saturday. What did Phil? You don't have to say it if you don't want to, but if you want to say it, like, what division are you right now? Like, what division level would you say you are FC wise? The reason I'm asking is because I want to help him stay away from the bad habits, and the very first thing that people got to get used to, especially coming from the other games, is the fast-paced passing, but not just spamming passes. Okay, that's one of the biggest issues, right? So now there's going to be like, even with skill moves, there's more room for error in the skill moves. Like, so you can do the quicker skill moves with the right stick, but you can't like bridge moves together. You can't. There was all these little tips and tricks and stuff that it's all like passing and moving, and I don't know if you saw the little bit of the trailer, you can tell like all the stuff that I love to do, meaning like Claudia's making a run up, she plays a ball to Gervinho. As the ball's traveling to Gervinho, I already know I'm laying it back to Coman, who's running up. Coman, I already know before he even gets it, I'm playing a through ball to Bateas, right, who's running down the seam on the left side, and then Pina is still continuing her run from when she laid it off to Gervinho. So all the way back when I laid the ball off to Gervinho from Pina, I knew that she was going to be who I wanted to tap it in with. So you get used to these type of plays. So I know all the way back here near midfield that I lay this ball off holding L1, right? I'm already knowing that at the end of this play, it's going to be within seconds. I'm going to go just a quick dink pass back, a little bit more powerful through ball, and then just a dink up. Actually, I like playing the through balls across rather than X. They seem to get there better. A quick little dink through ball across for a tap in for Pina. Like, all that is going to be even faster now. Just like you're going to be pressing the buttons so quickly, it's going to be like before the players are even, the opponent's not even going to be able to think about what's going on. So once you get your passing down and you can understand and pass with a purpose and get used to the speed of passing and thinking through it, and it's the same thing I worked on Phil and worked on with Owen, the same type of thing. Many players miss that part of it. Once you get that vision down and can see those passes quicker, then you start seeing patterns quicker. So Phil's coming from like 9 or 8. And if he plays consistently, he said he thinks he could be Division 4 or 5. I personally think that I can get him up to, in year 1, to be realistic, Division 3 would be a success, like amazing. Division 2 would be like out of this world in year 1. In year 1. Especially nowadays, they say Division 2's the like how Division 3 used to be. Division 3 is like what Division 2 now is the old Division 1. Elite Division now is like crazy. It's not even, it's unheard of, but Division 1 is like how Elite Division was. If you're in Division 3, it's like back in the day what Division 2 would be. That's the crazy thing is. You see what I'm saying? Like everything's harder nowadays. So, but that's what's going to be awesome. He's a heck of a player, and Owen's the same way, but Owen's problem is Owen's another player, but he would get super discouraged and leave the games. Now, he did have some very bad luck, the lag, the stuff like that. But if he managed, that's just some crazy shit. This player's not good. I should be able to come back and whoop him. But if he sticks to the games, he'd be even better. I'm going to lock in. But what I was going to say about Phil is he's got that never say die attitude, and that's what I love about him. 1-1, just like that. It's night and day. Isn't it how insane it is when there's no lag, bro? Isn't, like, dude, for those of you who follow me, I know Sammy, Phil, you guys, like, dude, it's just crazy, bro. It's almost should be robbery, the fact that EA Sports... Hey! Thank you. I was going to say, by the way, that speed boost is gone, thank goodness. I know I use it there, but it's so unrealistic. I'm so glad they're getting rid of it. Yes! The secret penal. Oh, shit. Sorry, guys. Gosh dang it. Sorry, guys. I'm up 2-1 now. I was down 1-0. Say it quicker next time. Sorry, you guys missed 3 goals. I gotta get better with that OBS. I wish it would just automatically switch, but I gotta manually do it. But OBS is great now. Now that I know how to use it, it is great. Oh my god, guys. Dude, it's like a cheat code. Me playing this game how it should be played, watch the fuck out. We might be back in them pro ranks being like, what's good, baby? Back up at the tippity top. That was Puteas now, bro. Her and Claudia look like twins, even though look at the difference in height. 5'3" and 5'8". Doesn't look like that, but they have the same ponytails and everything, bro. How am I supposed to tell them apart? But it don't even matter because they're like the killer twins. 5-inch difference that you can't tell because the ponytail, I guess, throws it off. But, bro, beast. And this ain't even my full... I ain't even trying hard, bro. This ain't even my full squad. This ain't even the full... This is the... You know what I mean? Watch this. Oh, get in the Travilli. Bro, they're dominant, bro. It's night and day. Now you know why I bitch so much. Now you know why I bitch so much when I can't jump in the air and fucking move and shit, bro. Now you get it. Sorry, buddy. Go ahead. You can go ahead and go out. Love you. Good boy. Good boy. Love you, buddy. Go ahead out. Night and day. Night and day. Give me gameplay like this every time. Bro, what if they fix it? What if that update says, hey, here's a little preview of how FC26 is going to be? We got to read that update. Can somebody log in and see if they can read the update or look it up? Somebody research that shiz. If not, I'll do it after this, but... Oh, cookie, cookie. Oh, I turned right into him. I thought he was gonna dive over to the other side. Silly to the Billy boy. Silly to the Billy boy. Beckham's a sick right back, by the way. Look at this. It's just unfair, guys. It's just unfair, guys. It's just unfair. Bro, where is this gameplay every time, bro? If this is how 26 is going to be for real, like, where did this gameplay come out of? Did FC pull it out of their ass? What is today? Today's Wednesday. I mean, bro, I was playing Wednesday last week, I think. Thanks, Sammy. Much appreciated. Yeah, I just spent like a couple days working on it, bro. That's what I mean. I follow those same steps in my Discord, bro. Those same steps in my Discord. I ain't no bullshitter. I follow the same. This is what I follow, bro. This is what I follow. Simple as that. All these checklists. All these checklists down the left. This is my deal. I follow that. Add in the stuff that I'm talking about. You see the way I play. I don't rat. I just love playing football, period. If you can move in this game, that's why I get so pissed off when I play these ratty, like, trashy, like, players, bro, because I'm just miles better, and they piss me off. Like, when this is the gameplay, it's just... And I got to be careful, too, because... I like how they put the FC Futures. That's their thing they do to help kids out. I love that. Stay tuned for their open world game, by the way. We thought that their open world game was coming in within FC26. It's called, look up EAFC Empires. It's kind of like a cross between like FC and Football Manager and like the Sims type of like 2K open world. It looks sick. Look up FC Empires. We might have to dabble into that a little bit. It looks pretty insane, bro. It looks really cool. Shock is still holding strong from the last team pass, like early on. He wasn't even like one of the big time players. And he's doing good at wingback. Same with Douglas Luiz on the other side. I have Beckham in now for just this, but good D. I tried to make that tackle earlier, but I messed up my player switching. Look at Bombito's big ass. Good luck winning that. Good luck winning that. Ha! Come on, Lampard. I haven't really got to really look at Lampard. I'm going to try right now. Goal. Oh. Should have greened it. No, I don't want to green it because I don't want to get used to that. And green timing's not going to be like low driven because low driven you just... double tap shoot, but you don't have to time it. So you don't want to work on timing anymore when it's leaving the game, when you're not going to have that same rhythm for low driven. It's the same type. Like, let me show you. So if I dribble like from here and go, but I would have green timed that. Instead, right there, I would have hit a low driven. So I don't got a green time to hit a driven. I just got to Shoot, boom, boom. Look at, you can see my overlays. It's like boom, boom, boom. Or power shot, boom, boom. You see what I'm saying? And those low drivens, boom, boom. If you just look at my overlay, that's what's the like big thing right now. But you can't really practice low driven because to green time, I mean you can, but you won't have to be as exact. You won't have to green time. And instead of being a, watch, boom, that would have been a low driven. That would have been a low driven power shot. It's that simple. There is no more red time finishing or shanking or anything. Now, I do see why some of the pros are pissed because that took years to master and it created a skill gap. And I did like the idea behind it, which it was like you're hitting the ball cleanly, which is a real life skill. And it's better than not having that rookie shooting shit where you just power up, shoot, you know? However, it was easily exploitable. I'll tell you some ways that they would exploit it. You guys know those controllers where they have that like little tapper? They have that little like, it's like instead of pressing the buttons, you just use the fingers behind the controller and there's a little tapper on the shoot button. Players were using shit like that. Like stuff that it's like cheating, bro. You can never use that in like events. They would be banned if it was like, if they could. And they would just go to that same angle where I scored with Lampard last time, and they would shoot there every time, but they'd have their little tapper, and they just green time every single. So it started to be a way to exploit. Look at the defense. Way to exploit instead of having, like, skill. You get what I'm saying? He tried from that bad area. Really? Aiming to reduce. Okay, so yesterday EA Sports has updated focus on addressing issues like failed tackles, taking longer to recover from, and stability problems in online modes. No way. Specifically, hard tackles weren't passed. Stability problems. Aiming to reduce tackle spam. Additionally, the update addressed some controller compatibility issues with Steam input and fixed unintended UI elements in Ultimate Team. Also heard. Focus on addressing stability problems. Stability. So I don't know, but it definitely feels way better. Whatever the fuck they did. There's still tackle backs and stuff, but maybe I should I turn off overlays then? Fuck, I think I should. What do you think, Phil? I'm going to try to keep it for now. And let's see. Let's just test it out. Let's see. Because that game felt really good. But yeah, well, all the help I can get. Thanks for letting me know, bro. Holy shit. Look at this. You got to get used to all this content, Phil. Coming from eFootball, you're going to be like in heaven, bro. One more win. 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 We need one more win. Yeah, one more win. One more win. Let's see. Let's get that fodder going, baby. Get that fodder going. Get that fodder going. Hey, read the things. Try to get. Oh no, never mind. Never mind. Thanks for reading that too, Philly boy. There we go. There's some good fodder. One of these times, I'm just gonna get an insane like R9, and I'm gonna break everything and quit. Ha ha! It's coming one day, boys. It's coming. Or Ibra. I feel like Ibra is going to be that striker that I get. I know it. I just feel it coming. I remember he had a special card in 22, maybe it was. think it was 22. And I did not get it. It was like millions, of course. I don't think I used his Ibra like his last little before he said goodbye from AC. Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Of course, it would freeze up on me, son of a bitch. We'll restart the game because now we could do that. Yeah, are you free all Saturday, Phil? Because I'm going to try to get you a time. I just got to look. I'm thinking Saturday night. Thinking Saturday night's alright for fighting. Saturday night's alright, alright, alright. Yeah, Saturday night. Hell yeah. Alright, we'll get in there. We'll get in there like swimwear. And we'll keep it offline, bro. Unless you want to go online, we can go online for sure. But I'm fine with keeping it offline. And I can record it for you too. See, that's where the money comes in too. People don't realize this. But to post content, I didn't buy it yet. I'm going to wait to see, like, you know, let the Discord grow. But for instance, to upload any videos that are actually like pertinent, like you can go up to 500 MB or something. And I have a thing to lower my like it's called Handbrake or whatever. It lowers the size of the file. So I'll be able to record me and Phil's session and post up for him, but I can only do that if I, ding, 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 pay for the boost. All right, so hold on. But it's going to be worth it, Phil, because emails don't do well with that shit, bro. Next thing you know, your shit will be crashing, bogging down your phone, bogging down your laptop, whatever. So we'll put it through Discord, bro, and you'll be set. And I'll put it through Handbrake and compact the file for you. So you'll have all of it to look back on with notes and the whole nine, bro. It's going to be an awesome year, buddy. I'm telling you. No more switching up. You can focus. And I wonder... Come on, give me some fada-da-da-da. I still got one more game to play to complete. I got to win it if I want to complete the Daily Cup today with all wins. But I wanted to take a little second break to open up all this fada-da-da. Some schnizzy fodder today. That means no good. Some beastly busy fodder would be good. And I got 1 million draft tokens too, but... Not really interested in that right now. Beckenbauer! Too bad he is like nothing. I haven't got to use Becks though. He's fodder level. Yes, good. 7 is what I was thinking, yes. Yes. Phil, that sounds perfect. Let's plan 7 p.m. Saturday. Just remind me. Shoot me a little reminder around if you can. If you're running late, don't worry about it. But yes, 7. Let's plan like 7 to 10. Tradable footies batch 2, 375k. Prism pack. And no, I'm obviously never going to buy one of these. All my coins, the only time I'm spending points is at the beginning of next year. Oh, and I think, I don't know for sure. You guys would have to tell me, but I'm pretty sure what I found out, like, when I got those coins off of the companion app, that might be something new where this year, when we get the companion app, because they do it a day early, but you don't have much ability because... There's not much to do yet. Like, you can only complete some of the foundations. You have tradable kits and a tradable ball, and like that's it. And so now if you have the ability to buy coins on day one, and even if you put in like $10 worth of coins, bro, you can be balling your ass off on companion app. $10 early access, you start getting all the top kits that you know. That's why we're gonna have a video as the season gets near. We're gonna go over all the kits, any new balls that are gonna be like everyone's gonna want. You know they're going after the Champions League balls, all that stuff. Beginning of the year, you know they're going after the Kingcraft 400 if it's still in there, right? That's the goal sound. Oh 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 oh. Everyone, even myself, like I play on mute and I go after all that shit because you got to have the stadium. Like right now, like since this is a second account, right? So my stadium's just thrown about. I just kind of threw it together. But you know, beginning of the year, one of the funnest things to do is go in here and get that kit lined up, that sick kit that you want, the sick away kit. Once you can get it going, so the first thing people are gonna do is look to like, you know, get a gold team going so they can get out and actually play. But then they're going to start looking at this stuff, and you want to have all the best everything in here. Okay? For me, I'm lucky because this is my name and they have my badge, and I'm super happy. I don't think they're getting rid of Garcilaso. They could, and I might cry, but this badge is one of the sickest badges, bro. Come on. I mean, this is like damn near like they made it. So you start getting all the good stuff, right? All these kits, every kit with, not every, but a lot of these kits with no sponsor, grab them up. Grab the Ken Craft song, right? There's another big one. I think it's Hamburg or something. I'll let you guys know. We'll do a video on it. I am US, Mr. Calm. I'm talking to YouTube and Kickers right now. I'm on YouTube, Kick, and Twitch. So if you hear me talking to others, that's why. But how are you, good sir? To call him Skirm. I'm just going to call you Skirm. Skirm, what a dope name, by the way. All right, let's go try to win out this cup. Last game in the cup, boy. Last game in the cup, boys. It's been good so far. Squad's been crushing it. Dude, that duo from Barcelona, Pina and Putelis, the Shapeshifters version, unreal. She's even better than her Tots card. And this Claudia Pina I got from the Team Pass. Like, accidentally bought the damn Team Pass because I'm not even probably going to come close to finishing it. And still, bro. I mean, maybe I will, but still. This card alone was worth the $9. I'm not even kidding you. So much fun to use. The Barbo's great. Gervinho's great. They're just not as good as these two. Lampard is pretty damn good. I was surprised. Scholesy, I don't know. Scholesy was good. Lampard just, usually his card's unplayable, so it's nice to have. This Bombito's insane. Still haven't got to see this Romero enough to see, but for 276K at this point, which, by the way, next year you won't have to worry about such a saturated market. They're slowing down the overall, like the power curve. They're slowing down like how fast the cards rank up, and which also means they're slowing down the promos. So that's a good thing. It was getting to the point where it was ridiculous. Like, these cards should be worth so much more. This should be like a meta crazy team, and the fact that it's not is crazy. Yeah, do you have Phil, do you have EA Play? Or is it just 10% off because... Wait, it's only 10% off for EA Play, right? Yeah, so see how I have that red EA thing on there? I have EA Play. You know, see ya, buddy. See ya, Skirm. Yeah, try to make sure you just get it by 8/26, I think it is. Because then you get all the bonuses. You get an icon if you get it before the 26, which is huge because in the past it was a hero. Now, I'm not going to lie. I've yet to get a good icon from it, bro. You might get, like, some shitty icon. You're like, what the? Why is this icon even in the game? But you never know, bro. There's that 1% chance you could get. I don't know the real percentages, but I bet you it's like 1% chance you could get Ibra or R9. All right, here we go. The grand finale of the Daily Cup. Ooh, some sick skills, man. Good run. Goal. Golazo! Alexia Putellas! Didn't rush defensively. Just did my damn thing. Dude, I had this dude come in and ask me if I was UK, bro. I figured my accent gave it away, lads. And then once I said, no, I'm US, he goes, bye. Obviously, that's a troll, because how the fuck do you hear me and wonder if I'm UK? Unless I'm misreading it. I could be misreading it, but that was hilarious. He was in Twitch, so. Slowly but surely we're rising over there, but it's literally like watching paint dry how slow it's going. But I literally don't care, bro. That's the beauty. I'm having fun for like... I've had fun in little glimpses this year, bro. I've had fun in like little spells. But for the most part, the other games... Oh, Beckham just saved me. That dude was through. Ah! Silly. I could have done better there. I've had fun in little, like, pockets, but the other games were just struggling so much, bro. Like, had a little fun in eFootball, then all of a sudden they do the big release and they make Smart Assist a thing that in every event, and it just becomes all about Smart Assist, ruins the game. UFO, we were having a complete blast, and then from their first patch on, they started ruining the game more and more and more. And they're still doing it. They have to fix passing again tomorrow. They just released a thing. I thought it was hilarious. Like, bro, how are you guys always ruining passes or passing? How does that even happen? Look at this. Look at this. Barbo, you beast. Look at that. Oh, my goodness. Bro, that's offsides. What a run, though. Oh, well. I didn't have to do player lock there. I just kind of wanted to work on it. I should be able to blow this score open soon. If you don't, though, these players can linger in there. And you never want that. Look, he's going to cut it. I knew it. He had one passing option there. Little bit, just a second of delay that got me. Goal. Bravo, bravo, bravo! The team is playing amazing, bro. It took me, what, one night of... Probably spent 2 hours divvying up my fodder, getting some SBCs done, doing some things. Didn't even get on the game. Just built it up, got on there, seen what I had the ability to do, and went out and spent all the way down to 0 coins. I'm talking, that's called maximizing what you have. Damn, that would have been sick. And now we're just in domination mode, and it is the best feeling in the world, dude. The next best feeling is going to get Phil ready to roll for 26. That was one of the most memorable games. If you guys don't know what that is, the dude doing the glasses sign right there. Is that Yilmaz, I think it is? I forgot his name, but he's a pro player. He played Vergang and was the underdog last year, as in 24. And he ended up winning. and he did Anders' celebration on him. Anders is the best player by far overall, like pound for pound. But on that night, Yilmaz got him, and I think somehow he beat him this year in the Champions League. I got to catch up on some of the FC Pro stuff, dude. I think that's what we're going to do after this is watch some of that, just because I didn't get to see a lot of those games from this year. Because FC25 was dead, bro. December, I left mid-pro event. Like, I was in the December Cup, December Pro Cup. The one EAFC host, right? And I left mid-event in December because it just got less and less about football. By December, if you remember, that was like the pinnacle of how bad the game was. That was when everybody started leaving. I think it was like that was when they started working on the big patch, and then I think they came out with it in what? February? I think it was February. I can't remember. But remember, we thought that patch was good, and it was, but it was more of that's how bad FC was. Oh, I hate, dude. Now I know what this loser's about. So he'll be lucky if I don't pass it around the back the rest of the game. Suck my balls. See, when I went for that with Lampard, I didn't even know what I was doing. I didn't even mean to. This dude actually went for it. And now I'm actually going to lock in and just keep the ball from him. Watch this. Not even like a rat. Watch this. You'll see what I mean. Maybe stop practicing these little stupid moves that do nothing and start working on how to play the game, bro. You can have fun without being a rat. Those losers who find being a rat fun, I'll never get it. Oh, tits. Read it like a book, too. What the hell? Dude, he literally went for a tackle back, didn't he? He's either one of the worst players I've ever seen, or he went for a tackle back. Oh, what a goal! Oh, he's offsides. That would have been funny, guys. January, see? So I quit in December, like early. I think, yeah, December 1st is the cup. December 1st is the cup. So a little over a month I was gone. A month and 2 weeks. And then I came back on when I'll never forget, I was playing UFL, and they just released a patch that was the start of the end, right? We didn't know that, but we knew the game was struggling. So everyone's like, dude, you got to try this new patch. I'm like, there's no way. FC25's done. Because they never would release a patch mid-season. That's when you know things are going bad in the financials. If you haven't checked it out, watch my video reacting. It was my last video I posted about how we know FC26 is going to be a banger of a game, because it was kind of a reaction with 8AA9 Skills, who actually just said in a different way what I've been saying, right? Once you hurt their pocketbooks, and by the way, we just swept through this cup like it was nothing. Once you hurt their pocketbooks, by there I mean EA Sports is, then the suits come downstairs. Once that number after the $sign isn't huge, they come downstairs and go to the developers. All right, guys, what's wrong with the numbers? It's like, dude, our game's been terrible for years. It's just finally players are leaving. Well, fix it. But it's like for years they were like, oh, the game's fine. Look at the numbers. The game's fine. Because everyone would do this. Bitch about the game. Guys, this game sucks. This game. And then they'd be in the store buying packs. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. So they finally got hit. Now they know what will happen if they give us dog shit, and that's how you know 26 is going to be a banger, not like past years. Like, dude, that picture of Griezmann's hilarious. It looks like he's got dirt on his face, and that's his patchy beard. Grease, what are you doing, bro? Yeah, it came out in September, and then 3 months in, I quit. Literally 3 months. It came out like September 20th. with early access. I was done by December 2nd. I played the first day of the cup, and it was just not football, bro. Like, I always get my ass kicked in those. Trust me, dude. They're hard as shit. But the lag is so bad, you don't know. Some games you might win that you would have lost. Some games you lose that you would have won. Like, it's so hard to tell the way they do it. I'll show you guys here. This is what they use. So, I still have it on here. Yeah, so if you scroll over here, you see this right here. This is Battlefly, the FC Pro. So you get in, log into this, and then you see they have Oceania, Middle East, Africa, Europe, East, West, Asia North, Asia South. So you get access to this when you qualify, right? And then I have an account, Battlefly account. Now the funny thing is it's tied to my original account. So this is a second FC account. Same old Discord. But now my current account that you're watching me play on is not tied to this. So if I wanted to play this, it would be a whole separate Discord I'd have to start, I guess. Which is crazy if you think about it. But obviously with the channel and everything, I'm not going to have time to focus on this, which is fine. But for me, I was North America. So you come in here and then you basically go in to Battlefly and you'll match one of these guys in here. And then the host sets it up on FC Pro, which if you saw my previous account, I had the FC Pro mode. It's a mode on your game. So you only get access to it once you qualify. So it was like up here if you guys remember. So you go in there and it has its own game modes, its own setups, and then it's like a neutral server, some crap. There's like a way it's done. All right, or actually, I think they ended up telling us we thought there was a server, but I think it's the home team host. I can't remember, but the lag was terrible. The delay, whatever, the ping would be like, for one player, would be like 240. Like even worse in tournaments. So it was cool to be part of it, and like you're in FC Pro, literally. Like that's where the haters couldn't understand. And that's why I posted it. A lot of you guys probably weren't around then, but towards the beginning. And I posted all myself. It's like, bro, they don't call it FC Challengers or FC Elite or FC. They call it's FC Pro. Like just because they like don't get the concept of not everyone's Anders Vergang. Just like Wrexham is a pro team and Real Madrid is a pro team. Are they on the same level? No. Way different levels, but they're both pro teams. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I didn't name it, but I just realized how funny that is. Yes, you have to tie it to a Discord, and now this account is not tied. So I'd have to literally just start a new Discord just for this with O Gamester. If I did it, it wouldn't be the end of the world. Like, oh my god, you can't do it now. It's just that FC Pro that you just seen on that account's tied to the other one. And for those of you who are brand new, I got into it with a rat, and I do not take it easy on rats. And eventually, I guess enough of them reported me, so my account's permabanned. But the one who finally got it done was like bragging that that's what he was going to do. So I don't know if he like, I never cussed, I never said anything, like just literally calling him a rat. And like he was saying, you're banned for life. And sure enough, bro, he wasn't lying. I thought he was just another troll like trying to scare me, but he got the account banned. And the reason I'm telling you all this is because, like, I'm feeling like if they fix the game to this level and this is how it would feel, dude, I could definitely make a run. Because I was playing with a terrible delay that you guys see in tournaments and in champs and a lot of times. And still finishing around like 9 and 15, 7 and 15 one time, 7 and 17 or something. You play 20 games, so what is that? Like 7 and 13 it would be. 7 and 13, then 9 and 11 one time. and like stuff like that. So I was like around 500 or so, just about, give or take a few games that. But remember, they're so laggy. It's just, I don't know. Focusing on the channel and getting you guys to reach your full potential is most likely where I'll go. But when the game feels this good, bro, it makes you want to just kick ass. So anyway, quick review of my team. Rewards in 7 hours. So let's see. So that's 3, 6, 9. I don't feel like going that hard to game. I can get the regular reward and I'm fine with that. To get the boosted up one, I'd have to win 3, 6, 9. Seven games. But this is another area. So hold on. So let me show you. So I got two things I want to show you real quick. Yeah, I can't wait to be totally committed, bro, and just getting. Remember, I mean, I started this account. It's probably only been a month now, maybe a little over. And look at the team I built. From nothing, guys. This team was from nothing. The whole process of rebuilding and showing everyone, like, this is what you're going to do at the start of FC26. And I kind of got to go through a walkthrough and really put in the work to, like, refresh myself on the steps. And, like, you do it every year, but you still, you go through the process, and there's little ways you can improve always. And that's what getting this second account, it like helped me fine tune ways to get here. Like, no, I'm not walking around with all the most meta players, but for one, like for how long I've had this account, to have this team is pretty damn good. And this is all from earning. You see those FC points in the corner? That's from tournaments, and then today doing that test on buying them in the companion app, buying points. None of them have been spent. This is all earned from just playing. Same thing I did last time with Hullet and them. Exactly, dude. And so these two, unbelievable. Her alone is worth every bit of that $9 I accidentally spent. This Abarbo SBC, like 450, 500k, with how easy it is to get fodder right now. I strongly recommend you do him. Gervinho I packed. That was a sick packing. He's a beast. Lampard feels amazing. Another easy packing. He's one of those footies like skulls that you pack. They're both so good. Typically not meta, but they're amazing. Coleman even did good, but I'm going to put him over here in reserves. Yeah, reserves. I'll keep these guys ready for the Daily Cup tomorrow if I want to play it again. And let's go get Edson out of here. Alvarez, he's a beast. And then Bex. Actually, we'll send Bex. And we got Douglas Luiz. Probably my weakest points are these guys right here. But Bex did amazing. So, yeah. Yeah, just a great team, bro. Bombito's my best back. Dudek played great. I didn't give up too many shots, just being honest. And then what did I want to show you guys? Oh, there was something in particular. Oh, yeah. You make sure you have like a a schedule. That's the other thing. All right, 4 out of 4. We got that done. Didn't I get... Oh, Mateus is if I get... How many of them? Complete 2 of the 7. So I just got to get one more, guys. Wait. Oh, they're out of order. Look. 1, 2, 3. I was like, that's the last one. So now I got 3 more. If I get one more, I can get that Mateus card. Who's a sick card, by the way. I had his 94 version, and dude, he's a beast. Obviously, he'd be a deep line playmaker. He could be your number 6, your typical CD, but he'd probably replace Lampard. Or he would replace Lampard. He's just a monster. claim the group. Mateo. What else did I get? Live. I think I get done, right? Yep, I got done. Footy's done. I feel like she would be even better than is a deep line playmaker maybe? Let me see. Oh no, she can't play. I might be thinking of a different player. 5'1" is a left winger. Pretty low shooting though. Amazing dribbling and passing. Read out the different. You might want to start reading out messages. No, I will for sure. I will. Unless they get out of control. If it's like too many. But I'm not very like Kick and Twitch are like a slow process. But I noticed some people will start on Twitch and because they want to read everyone's stuff will go on YouTube. But I'm still glad I did it. This setup's amazing. And it wasn't just like, oh, get this and then Twitch and Kick. I know this is not going to be an overnight thing. It wasn't overnight that I blew up on UFL. And really, this was, like I said, a year of exploring. And to meet guys like you and everybody else, it was worth it. But what I'm trying to get at is Twitch is very much kind of like TikTok for when you're famous. When you're like a halfway big content creator, they tell you, do not go to TikTok. Don't make that mistake. Wait till you get bigger, then go to TikTok when you're known. Right? It's kind of like that. Like Twitch is not a place for smaller creators, but just because of how easily I can stream to everyone, that's why I do it. Anybody worth it? Let's see. No. Would have been sick to get some good fodder. There's that done card again. You know, it's just worth it since it's so easy to set up right now. Just slowly but surely. There might be one content creator that I get in the next 6 months, and he's the next Phil. You know, like, so it's worth it. YouTube's very much like a quantity over quality type thing, but I'm all about quality people. If you told me I could have 1 million rat subscribers in rat, it would ruin football for me, and I just play too much. Like, you might think I'm lying. Like, you'll take the 1 million. Bro, 1 million rat subscribers, trust me, would be a heart attack. It would just take... I would rather just... I don't know. I guess I'd be rich, so I'm probably bullshitting, huh? But it would suck. I'm not trying to bullshit, though. If it's 1 million, yeah, you know, you're gonna make some decent money. Unless you're some rich dude anyway, then don't take it. Alright, so now I wanted to show you guys this. Just real quick on here. It's so important, and I'm going to try to put these in order, right? So typically you'd start off the week. You have to have a routine with this, okay? So for instance, we'll start with Foot Champs doesn't start off right away. So we'll always start with division rivals. You got to make sure by Wednesday night, Central Standard Time, it's like 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. or something. Because you get your rewards going into Thursday. For me, for Central Standard Time, Wednesday into Thursday. So you make sure by like Wednesday night when you go to bed, your rewards are won. I try not to ever like stay up and play right to the wire because so many players are playing last minute. It gets to be ridiculous, bro. And then usually it's just bad connection and all of it. So I try to get those done by Wednesday when I go to bed. So I put that first in line to make sure. So even if you just use this not to go into, unless there's some new comments you want to read it, put it in order. So divisions first. Champs is until the end of the week. Okay? You're playing that Friday through Sunday. So you actually want to check out this Challengers. I'll keep connected for any lower division players that play Challengers. That's the champions, but for lower division. So then you're gonna want to check always, are there friendly cups, and if so, you got to add those in there if it's worth your time. Now there's going to be tournaments as well as live events. So first things first, you know you got rivals all week, but you want to check out these. Okay? Then you got champs and challengers on the weekend. Then you have to decide if you want to do your, I think it's 15 games. It might change, remember. But if it doesn't, they're easy rewards. So I strongly suggest you do these squad battles if you have time. A lot of times you'll have to play them some anyway for objectives unless they change it. Because it does get pretty pointless. Some of the, like, score 20 goals on semi-pro. It's like, bro, that's just boring. Not saying make them so hard, but why not just make it, have us put a little effort in. Just give us a damn player. So you see there, it's 12 matches. So the higher the difficulty, the better. And there's cheaters in this, bro. There's players that use bots and dumb shit to get the perfect, like, to play every game on Ultimate and win, so they get the Ultimate 2488, and you get bonuses for goals and all that. So the goal is to get the higher you get, the better, because of these rewards, right? This is rank 1 in the world. You get 1 to 200 in the world. You get 20k plus 95 plus tots, ultimate tots, rare mega 287 plus, and all these are tradable. 10 times 83 plus, all tradable, right? That's for the top 1 through 200. Then as you go down, you keep getting rewards. So you get tots all the way down to, not right there. So all the way down to Elite 3, you get a tots player. So these can be well worth it, bro, if you have time. So just put these in order, right? So squad battles is the last one if you have time. Then you put these in order and you make sure you have days that you're going to finish them, right? Maybe the tournament doesn't end till you have like 2 weeks to finish. So you'll play it maybe on a Thursday, right? You play your rivals Monday through Wednesday. Thursday you play tournaments or tournaments and friendlies. And then Friday through Sunday you play champs. Maybe you finish your champs early. You do it all Friday into Saturday. You finish Saturday into Sunday doing your friendly cup. So you look at the beginning of the week, and then you see when this stuff releases, and you say like Thursday's tournament night. After champs on Saturday, I start friendly cups, right? And obviously like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday's division rivals. And of course there's squad battles and there's draft. That's, I think, the only thing I gotta add here, and I'll show you how I do it real quick. There's rush moments. I think they're getting rid of that. No one really goes in there. You can get some decent rewards from it, but just to say I added it all, right? I'll go like this and do rush for the rush mode. All things for the rush mode. All things for the rush mode. Permissions. Sync with the competitive mode, so good. So I got team member, MVP, VIPs, and starters all have access. And there we got the rush mode. Things for the rush mode. And last but not least, we'll go draft. Private channel. Next. OGFC team member. MVP. VIP. Starters. Create channel. So draft and then rush. Edit channel. Private channel. Perfect. So there you go. Rush and then draft. So yeah. It could be literally like, hey, go get this free draft token here. The draft, and they're making changes. Double A9 Skills was about to say it, and he freaking, kind of like all of us do sometimes, had so much on his mind he didn't. But apparently draft, they're changing the mode up and making it pretty cool again. And then rush can be fun to play with friends just to complete objectives. And sometimes you get these trolls that screw it up, so it'll be nice to get into rush with a community of people or with a team of people, and you can plan to get on at different times, man. So yeah, there's just a lot, bro. There's a lot, and it don't matter if it's 2 people, 200, 2,000, 2 million. That organization level in that Discord, to kind of have a place to keep yourself straight, keep yourself organized, and discuss things, is going to be a game changer. And I have full faith in the system. I know it works. I have full faith in my level and my coaching and how I can translate what I know into players. That's where real life coaching kind of translates, because not all the best players make the best coaches. Being able to do something yourself is a lot different than showing others how to do it. So I'm super excited for that, dude. Love how the gameplay felt. I have no idea if they tweaked anything, but let me tell you this. Here's what I think went down. Mark my words. We'll see if others say this, okay? I think that they wanted to test out these changes that they made, okay, without making this FC26. But I think that we got a little glimpse of FC26 right now. Now, I could be wrong. I could turn on the game tomorrow and, bro, I can't move again. But you've seen what happens when there is no delay. You've seen what happens when the gameplay is perfect. If this keeps up for the rest of the year, then 100%, for one, I'd be the happiest mofo ever, because it will make the lead up to FC26 that much more fun. But if that happens, you better believe that's not a coincidence, guys. There's no way it went from feeling like it did all the way, what was that? Tomorrow's Thursday. Like 4 days ago, to feeling how good it. Like, I just can't buy it. If it did, then that's how inconsistent it can be. And let's hope it doesn't go back, but time will tell. In a perfect world, they did some kind of update to test out whatever, to see if it helped the gameplay. And they'll be able to tell. Because they can get these little results back. Like, oh, the time the button was pressed was this. The time the command registered in game was this. Like, oh, that's great. That's a 0.7 millisecond improvement, which is a 95% success rate. Whatever the fucking technical shit. But I just have this feeling, bro. We'll have to see. So, yeah, I'm super pumped. I love this team, bro. I was about to say in love with this team. That's a little... But for this time of year, usually I'm just playing tournaments. I stopped giving a damn about team building. I usually have a better team because I would have just been playing FC. And so then the team building part goes out the window, and I just suffer through playing these tournaments. And now I could care less about these, because it's just with all the lag and stuff, it's like, bro, I'm just going to enjoy the game and keep improving. And right now I'm having more fun than I've had in a long time playing football games, bro, and that's a good thing. Super excited, super happy to how the game felt today. Just great night, great stream. I hope your guys' gaming session today went well. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Not necessarily as long as I planned, but 2.5 hours, still a decent amount. I'm going to go eat some food and chill. Phil, me and you Saturday, bro. It's going to be freaking awesome. I cannot wait to work with you. But in the meantime, let's not promise anything. Like, Saturday is for sure the day. But I have the cup like this tomorrow, and let's say I end and there's still time, or like I'm going to stay on, we'll start working on even more stuff early. But some of the stuff I talked to you about, if and when you're playing, start working on that, bro. Will help you get a base. Just quick passes, but with a purpose. Defensively, using that double tap R1 with the second time holding it down. So R1, R1, second time hold it down. And you'll see what it does. The two players nearest to you mark the two nearest attackers. And then if and when they pass to one of them that's marked, you obviously just got to quickly switch to that defender and then manually make the tackle, making sure your body positioning is good, pressing X. But if you don't have good body positioning, they'll just shrug off your shoulder charge and run right by you. So start working on that. To the rest of you, if you're new, mimic what I just said. You just got free game. There you go. And if you're a vet at this game, let me know what you guys do to prepare for FC26. Let me know if you have organization at the level that I have in that Discord that I've been showing you. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want, remember, join the Discord, OGamester only $2.99 a month. There are also membership packages on YouTube for early content and other benefits. Thank you guys so much for your support, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.